Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose. Viktor Frankl wrote this from inside a Nazi concentration camp. And if anyone had reason to believe that humans had no freedom, no space, or no power, it was him. But he believed the opposite. Viktor Frankl was an Austrian psychiatrist who survived Auschwitz, Dachau, and 2 other concentration camps during World War II. His wife, his parents, and his brother were killed in the camps. He arrived already having developed the principles of what was called logotherapy, a therapeutic approach centered on the human search for meaning. The camps tested those principles in the most extreme circumstances imaginable. What he observed in himself and in other prisoners was that one thing that the camps could not remove was the inner freedom to choose one's response to what was happening. Not the circumstances, not the suffering, not the outcome, but the interior orientation, whether to despair or to find meaning, whether to allow the dehumanization to complete itself or to maintain some irreducible humanity. The quote between stimulus and response, there is space, is his encapsulation of that discovery. The space is the location of human freedom, and it can be found when everything else has been taken. And I'm not comparing your circumstances to a concentration camp. I'm saying this: if Viktor Frankl could find and inhabit that space in those conditions, what becomes possible for you in yours? The moment between receiving difficult news and responding to it, the moment between being triggered and reacting, the moment between an impulse and an action, the space is always there. But most people have never been taught to notice it, let alone inhabit it. And that is the work. My course, The Mirror Within, begins with creating access to that space, the internal distance between what happens and what you do about it. So the waiting list is now open. So if you're interested, comment learn, and I'll send you a link to the waiting list.